36 hours now after the event, do any of you have any doubts as to what happened? Do you still believe that it was a UFO that landed on your car?
Yes, we do.
Why do you believe that?
Because we actually saw it, you know, it was chasing us, and it all of a sudden it landed on our car, we pulled our car back, and I put my hand out the window, and I fell on the roof.
What did you feel?
It was like a sponge on the roof. It was sucking the roof, you know, the car. It was a sponge. I saw it.
How big was it? What did it look like?
It was about, I don't really know. I can't really explain.
Did you see anything but a light?
No, not really. It was
I can explain it. It was sort of, it was shaped like this. Hang on. It was shaped like this. Had like a little circle in the centre, and that was like a yellow sort of colour. And it had on the outsides, it was sort of shaped like that, and on the outsides it was like that, and in the centre it was like that. And I asked my brother, you know, if that was a spaceship, and he goes, "Don't be stupid." So I got up closer to have a look, and it was moving backwards and forwards. And so we decided to take off to have a look. We decided to take off, and it was flying miles back, and I drove miles up the road again, and it was in front of us again.
How high off the ground was it?
It was on the ground.
I mean, it was on the ground.
It was on the ground, facing us when we were driving along.
And then, so it was moving along with you?
Yeah, it was following us.
And then eventually you tried to get away from it, is that right?
It's still chasing us.
Sean, you were driving. How fast did you get up to?
I got up to about 200 kilometres.
That's very fast. Have you driven that fast before?
No, I haven't.
And the car is capable of doing 200 kilometres an hour?
Yeah.
And at what stage did the object land on your roof?
Oh.
How fast were you going at the time?
I was doing about 200. I got a blowout, and once the car stopped, I blinked out, and I don't know what happened after that.
It was definitely on the roof.
How do we know you're telling the truth?
Oh, there was even witnesses.
But a lot of people think that you are making it up. Do you realise that?
That's not true. No way.
When it landed on the car, what happened?
We were screaming and yelling.
And as soon as it landed on the car, that's when my tyre blew out.
Smoke started coming in the car.
Smoke started to come in the car.
Probably like onions.
And that's when I just blanked out.
There was one report that your voices changed, is that correct?
Yes, they did.
They did.
In what way?
Really deep and slow, and I don't know. We started sounding like that.
Can
like
you...
real deep, deeper than that even. It was so deep, it's really hard to explain. More or less like our voice kind of died out as we were talking.
If a car has a blowout at 200 kilometres an hour, there is a danger, isn't it, that it will overturn. How come you didn't?
There was a weight on the roof, and explain that.
Was the car on the road at all times, or was it lifted off, as has been reported?
We don't really know, but we think it has been lifted off the road.
How long did it... how long was it with you, this object?
For about 5 or 10 minutes, we think.
Were there any sounds or smells?
Yes, there was.
There was a sound, and it sounded like a humming sound. It sounded like boom, boom, boom. And when it was on the roof, I went down my window, and all this smoke started coming. It was like a greyish black mist. And that's when our voices started to change. All of us, our voices just went really deep and strange. And we felt like we were dying. And the brake, my brother chucked the brakes on the car, and this thing just shot off. And as it shot off, we just hid out in the bushes, got out the car, hid out in the bushes, waited for about 10, 15 minutes. Went over back to the car, took the wheel off, chucked that in the boot, got the spare wheel out, put that on, and we just let down jack. We didn't worry about the jack, we just chucked the jack in the bushes, and we just shut off. And then it started to follow us again. And it started to come by then it was starting to get daylight. And it just seemed to lose us for some reason. We turned the headlights off and that's when it lost us.
Patrick, had any of you been drinking?
No way, no.
Were you tired?
I was a bit tired, yeah, but not tired enough to see a thing like that. And
How scared were you, Patrick?
I really scared.
Terrified.
Scared as I've ever been.
Well, what was your feelings? What were you feeling at the time when this was all
We're
happening?
going to die. That's what I felt like. We just made us feel like we're dying.
Have you had any unusual feelings since it happened?
A bit sick or
I
something.
won't turn the lights off at night. I'm too scared to go to sleep.
Any other feelings? What about you, Wayne? How do you feel about it all?
Pretty scary, mate.
What was the worst part of it for you? Would you be happy to go back there and have a look around to see what had happened?
Not really. I want to go back.
So just summing up, do any of you have any idea, Wayne, Sean, you think it was a spaceship. What about yourself, Mrs. Knowles? Do you have any ideas?
I reckon it was a BFO or something, you know, because it was strange. It was following us everywhere, wouldn't leave us alone. I was a nervous wreck when I got up to the garage.
Well, thank you very much for telling us your story, and take it easy on the roads.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thanks a lot.
Thanks.
Thanks.